This has always been fierce, and both of these teams know they survive and advance from here. A host of opportunities lie ahead. An iconic venue, Tiger Stadium, Baton Rouge. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
Guys, things are getting heated down here on the field. As you know, LSU is hosting Ole Miss. Their new head coach, Lane Kiffin, left Ole Miss last year in a very awkward breakup. And you can feel the tension down here on the field. Pre-game warm-ups have been intense, a lot of emotion circling, and I can see Lane Kiffin trying to keep his cool as his LSU Tigers host his old team, Ole Miss, today. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The run inside. It's Lacey. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Guys, you just say Magnolia Bowl, and it sounds elegant and pristine and reserved. And Ole Miss and LSU, anything but. Charges of plot malfeasance, downright cheating back in the old days just to get a leg up in this rivalry game.
It feels like they've been playing this game since the Louisiana Purchase and Napoleonic Law. They've been playing it forever down south in an area of the country where sometimes it just feels like it matters more. I can't wait to see what happens today.
And I love what Reese says, like cheating. Yeah, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. And both these schools, obviously, so closely connected. Games are usually really, really good. A ton of talent on the field. Big bragging rights on the line.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Got it in the middle. It's Gill. We knew coming in that they wanted to push the ball down the field, and they waste no time getting at it.
And I love that, man. I love being aggressive early, setting a tone, sending a message to my team. Listen, we're going to attack down the field. You better be ready for it. This offense comes out, gets the big completion way down the middle of the field.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
And we knew the challenge this QB had against this defense. This is the best pass defense in the country. They do such a great job using their eyes, making plays, breaking on the football. They do a little bit of everything. And early in this football game, Palmer, the defense gets a win.
Yeah, and I think for the quarterback now, you got to turn the page, but you got to be reminding yourself, timing. Against the #1 rated pass defense, you've got to throw everything on time, and if it's not open, you get on in your progression, or you throw it away, or you take off, but you've got to have a plan.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll go right back to the run. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Throws and fired complete. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down.
Well, that's a nice job on third down there. They come into this game as the underdog, obviously, but you got to love the way they've started this one, David. Defense gets a takeaway on the opening possession. Now your first third down offensively, you're able to move the sticks. Really seems like this team is focused and dialed in.
And something good happening early in this football game gives you the momentum. As the underdog, you want to see those good plays early, right? To believe that everybody on the sideline now knows they got some juice, things going the right way. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going on offense.
So now it's second and long. To the air. It's Levitt. Here's a heat. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. He's looking to throw. Bringing the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Complete downfield. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, Tigers!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Quarterback empties his backfield. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that one early.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. This time it's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Tight end now in motion. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. Doing some serious work on the ground. Out of bounds at the 35 after that big run.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Safe completion on the screen. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Alexander. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. What a disappointment. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll start on the ground with Durham. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Pulls it in. It's Harris. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw. It's Levitt. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They just keep firing. Pocket breaking down. This time he's got his man. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
How many 1st downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think
makes a grab and room to run. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Cook. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Quick completion on the out route. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, that's 3 throws on this drive and 3 completions and 3 first downs. And it's funny, talking to the offensive coordinator during the week, he said, hey, if my head coach would let me do it, I'd throw the ball 100 times a game. I wouldn't even run it because of how much I trust this quarterback to do the right thing. And that's exactly what's happening on this drive.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Here's got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up, so it's...
And he loses the football. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them, so a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Running inside, it's Durham. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first downs. So They'll take anything they can get. Nice third down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it third and short. Find a way to get this offense on an upward trajectory because so far this season, they've really struggled.
Under fire. He's knocked down short game. Maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. They're dealing with a second and long. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. To the air, it's Levin. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Down at the 16-yard line, and they're threatening to score in the waning moments of the half. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to run, it's Durham. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Timeout called by LSU. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Now the Tigers will spend their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete, going for the touchdown, but instead I think they're going to have to wear a penalty. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. The run inside. It's Lacey. At the 35, he's got room. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin with Arizona State taking on the number 24 team, the Navy Midshipmen. And it's the Sun Devils with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. This coach knows the importance of that win It gets him to 2-2 on the year after a nice road victory.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Pac-12.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. That's caught. It's Green. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a ruck. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. We saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
There's some room. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Rebels come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Here comes the option. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the chains for this offense.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day, and he's been the bright spot so far for this offense.
And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got his man on the right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Touchdown, Ole Miss! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Lining up to add another.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
On the move from inside his 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for him.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to pass. It's Levitt. Fires to the wideout. Zips it out to his man. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field. That's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all 3 levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Handoff, Durham running left. There's a crease. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, LSU!
It's a nice decision by the quarterback there in the RPO. He's reading the keys on defense. They say hand the ball off. You want to do that. When you've got a guy this special in the backfield, David, get him as many touches as possible.
And a lot of times on those RPOs, the defense just has to hesitate for a second, and that little pause will open up those creases, and he takes full advantage of the defense just freezing for a second, makes the big, long touchdown run.
And the extra point was good. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Running inside, it's Lacey. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They give it to him again. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on.
Might have a chance. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense, because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. Going right and going deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Going to the run, it's Lacey. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Powers through the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He'll try to get it through the air. Buys a little time with his feet. He wants it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job on the defense closing it off and making the interception.
Gonna run it. It's Berry. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. To throw, it's Levitt. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun on third down, Lewis. Going deep. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Ball spins away.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
The run inside. It's Lacey. They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still...
Got a little grass. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on second and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
This time, they get him in the backfield, and they take back what he got on the previous play.
Man, that hurts because second down, you got everything in front of you, the whole playbook open. Now you get a lost yardage play. Now it's third down. Now it puts those feet to the fire a little bit more. Now you better come up with something you really love in this area of the field.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got it on the move. They got him the football, but he could not convert. It'll be fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. No good. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit, still a 10-point game.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from the game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. Lewis. Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
At the 45 on his way. Racing down the left side. was over. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game spot. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number one beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can...
Finding some room. Smashes ahead. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Makes the grab. It's Alexander. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he's got the first down. Good pickup on the play there. And now we'll see what they do coming out of the 2-minute timeout. The Rebels come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Gives it on the option. Touchdown, Rebels! Great job by the back on the option.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Ole Miss, 21.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Play fake. Lewis. Makes the catch. It's Green. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now on the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle and make a play on the ball.
Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Catch in the middle, it's Harris. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe a crease. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Throwing, Lewis with the catch. It's Green. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Lewis wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. That'll be a first down, and the last one they'll need as they're going to get the victory in this one.